Hey guys, Razer here back with another video. Today is gonna be something a bit unusual because today we're gonna be showcasing the mod pack that we are using for our modded survival series in Minecraft. Also, I haven't decided on a name yet for this mod pack and I want you guys to help me to find a name for it. Any suggestions, I'll take in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Let's already check out what we got so far. Now these are all lumps. I know these look a bit bad, but this resource pack can have quite a bit of advantage. I can see the ores a lot better with these. I can find them a lot quicker. So this is only part of the resource pack. Another thing when we go to decorations we can find is that some of the blocks like the spawner, the furnace, end portal, and then how about we get some mob heads over here, the skull. These are blocks that are using two resource packs and Faithful 3D. Spawners and some blocks, most of the blocks now have a 3D model, a much more detailed 3D modeling. And we can see a lot of this when unique blocks like this come around. This is the skull of a skeleton and it also works for mobs too. That's the resource pack out of the way. Ender chests. Yeah, so these are like normal ender chests, but these have the property to be different color. Let's get some dye over here. Yeah, you can dye these like totally green. Put it here. All of these are green dyes. If I put an item in here, it will only appear on the green sided. But if there were to be one color mismatched from any of these, it won't do anything. Now, I'm gonna put all my items in here. See how all of these items are disappearing one at a time. But now that the items are transferred from there to there, it uses the hopper and all the items are over here now. Moving on to combat, there's a lot more ores that we can use. Cactus cutter. We can use this on a cactus and cut it to get cactus slices. Spawner key. I think this has something to do with spawner. All right, so a spawner key is like something to configure spawners with. Let's go to inventory number 2. Now first off, we're gonna be going with Mr. Crayfish's gun mod. We're gonna be taking some of the guns, rifles, and stuff, and we're gonna be trying these out. So it's obvious, it's a gun mod. You can shoot it like this. Right click to zoom in. Number 2 is a shotgun. Now 2 hits to kill a horse. Shotguns are pretty powerful and pretty good at close combat. A rifle, it's just basically a sniper. Grenade launcher, it doesn't do that much damage to the ground or blocks. More so it does damage to items that are dropped. A bazooka, now this, yeah, you can already see how much dangerous this is. Now minigun. We all know what this is. The only thing we can do with it is zoom in on it, but it is pretty damn cool to see it work. A horse, and let's see how much damage this does. Oh my god, this is extremely powerful. Next is the assault rifle. Yep, pretty self-explanatory if I say so myself. Next one is a machine gun. Alright, so the machine gun bullets can still go pretty far. This is a heavy rifle. Now, the heavy rifle is, well, you already know it, a sniper. And a straight damage loader, like wow. Just kill that horse with one blow. Let's go to Mr. Crayfish's gun mod and see what else we have here. You can see all the additions, all the bullets the gun uses. You can see what bullet the gun uses and how much damage it does just by hovering over the gun you're gonna use. Like this uses basic bullets here. The shotgun shell. Advanced bullet is for the heavy assault rifle. The grenade is for the grenade launcher. As you can see, there's a hotbar over here that you can use for timing it, and the stun grenade, let's see what this can do. Okay, oh wow, that is so loud. Alright, it's gone. So you guys can see how dangerous the Alright, so you guys can see how dangerous the stun grenade is. The other thing that we're going to be using is the silencers and the scope. So in order to use or to attach these two guns, go to a hotbar where there's a gun bar and press the button you assigned for the modification. Here you're gonna see an inventory like this. For now there's only one barrel and that's a silencer. Let's see the difference. And now with the silencer, yeah, it's a bit more quieter. We can see how well the silencer works with a much better option, which is the heavy rifle. Let's see how, yeah, that, the shotgun. You see how loud that is? Now let's go to ammunitions and put the silencer on, and it's a much quieter sound. The last attachment that we are going to be using is the scopes. I'm going to use the long scope. It zooms in pretty well and it's pretty good medium scope. Not that far, but it's still good for a scope in the small one. The scope doesn't have any modifiers at all, but it does provide a good amount of zoom in and accuracy. Moving on, Moscow's windows. It's pretty self-explanatory. All of the windows have glasses on it. These are pretty unique. You can put them inside walls. Best part about this is that it comes with a lot of wood variations as well. Let your imagination run wild. Moving over to comforts, these are the sleeping bags that I use. After you use it, it immediately breaks, but it only costs 3 wool to make. The hammocks need a bit more covering to do, but the main point of the mod is these sleeping bags. These are extremely useful to get a quick sleep right off the bat without setting any spawn, and it breaks immediately after. Moving on to mutant beasts. Mutant beasts has 7 mobs that you can spawn. This is the mutant zombie, and it has a lot of special attacks and stuff. It doesn't die, it just lays around. I think that's how it regenerates and stuff, but it finally goes down and it drops Hulk Hammer. So it does exceptional damage. Next is the Enderman. So it doesn't do that much. Instead, its powers are it can throw a block at you. So when it dies, it does this where it explodes. Alright, so you see all these particles popping up. These can do a big deal of damage, but it's in the end it's pretty good because you get a lot of ender pearls and eyes of ender. Next is the mutant creeper, and oh my god, you can already see how much ugly it is. I mean, come on. Even the textures, come on, dude. When it sees a player, it throws creepers at you and they explode on impact. It's pretty bad. Not only that, but it pretty much has a lot of health too. And when you kill it, it explodes. And you see how deep of a hole it is, which is pretty damn amazing. And this is what you call a creeper spawning that comes here after it explodes. Alright, so the egg explodes if you slash it with a sword. Next is the mutant snow golem. Now this is a lot more fun because I don't think this is hostile unless you attack it. And I think there's an Easter egg where you can do this. Hey, we get a jack-o'-lantern and a pretty dorky face. It's the same face as a normal snow golem would. And the other fact that it throws ice blocks instead. Ice blocks do a ton of damage. Upon dying, they drop a lot of snowballs. Next is the mutant skeleton. Now these guys are so annoying once they spawn up. When they jump, they hit you real hard. Even if you start running, they still hit you. When it gets destroyed, these pieces, they lie around the ground. When you see these pieces, you gotta pick them up quick. Go to them and right click on them. These are the 5 items I think that he's gonna drop. Using the ribs and stuff, you can make armor from all of this. These have a special effects, like you can jump up high and you can move around a lot quicker with this armor. Next is a creeper minion spawn egg. You remember the mutant creeper drops? This is the minion that comes from it, and I hear that you can tame it, and right now Hey, it's riding on my shoulder. Hey, little guy. Moving on from mutant beast to iron chests. A normal chest has slots 3 by 9, so that's a total of 27 slots. But there's two ways we can get more slots from here, and that's one from crafting and another from crafting one of these bad boys. These are wood to iron chest upgrades. Right, when you have one of these, go to a chest and right click with it. You'll see that the color changes, and now it's a iron chest. Say iron to gold. We are gonna press this and we're gonna press it on here. It's gonna turn into a gold chest. Moving on from wooden axe, 27 slots, to copper chest, which has two more rows of slots in here. So a 9 by 5 area to work with, a total of 45 slots. You can go from wood to straight up iron, which is double the amount of a normal chest. 9 by 6, so it's 54 slots in total. And from there on, it goes to gold. You got a gold chest is a whole 9 by 9 area. Pretty damn good because you have 81 slots. Moving on from gold to diamond. Now this one is 9 by 12. How many slots does that make? All right, so I think it's over 100 slots. But anyway, 9 by 12, that is a pretty big jump from 81 slots. That is really great. More storage. The crystal chest is the same as a diamond chest, the same amount of slots. Moving on to the last one, the obsidian chest, which I would say is also the same number of chests. Next, we have Moscow's bridges. Now, Moscow's bridges are, let's just say, normal good mod and a little addition so I can add bridges and stuff. Let's make a few pillars over here, and we're gonna put the one over here and one over here. And as we connect it, this turns into a good old-fashioned bridge. You can use all of the spaces in here. There's also wooden one, and there's also a few of them that are just 1 block wide, but these are pretty self-explanatory. There's not that much to say. More vanilla tools. Now this is where most of the additional stuff comes in. It turns normal things like bone, coal, emerald, obsidian and stuff, and use them to turn into tools. We can also use paper for tools, yeah. And the special about them is that most of them has special abilities that you can use, such as the emerald shovel. When you mine with the emerald shovel in your hand, there's a good chance when you break a block after a certain time, an emerald's gonna pop out with the dirt block that you just broke. A lot of the other ones have the same abilities. You're using a coal shovel, it's gonna pop out the coal, and so on and so forth. Next is simple farming. Wow, this has so much stuff in it, like so much stuff. Cantaloupes, honeydew, squash, and so many types of trees. Like, let's plant this and grow it. These wood ones, fruit logs, are pretty thin, but these act as normal pieces of wood. Put them in a crafting table, they will turn into 4 pieces of wood. These all turn into oak. New types of leaves, like all of these that drop fruit. There's new types of hay, whole lot of fruits and vegetables, and a few potions like sake, cider, kayam, beer, vinegar, olive oil, vodka, and all their respective seeds. Next up is all the food that you can make, and there is a lot. The list goes on and on. These are all the foods that we can make from all the stuff at work. Like most of the common vanilla animals that you see here in Fort, they drop a lot more stuff than normal. Like chicken wings, and pigs drop bacon, and horses drop meat now with leather. So on to inventory number 3. And in the first slot is one of the biggest mods in this mod pack, Mr. Crayfish's vehicle mod. It has so many new items to add, like panels, different types of wheels you can add to your normal wheels, different types of engines, different types of batteries, like fuel cans, and then wrenches, hammers, keys, traffic cones, and so much more. But the main thing here that I want to work on is the workstation. It's the workbench. It has different orientation. These are the three options that can appear randomly. One is Cray Industries, one is completely blank, and another version is a pencil and a piece of paper. Now, it doesn't matter what appears, you can always use them as a normal workbench. Right click it, and here you're gonna have the options to make the vehicles in here. You just need to have the resources in the inventory, and will all show over here. After you have crafted one of the workbenches, a vehicle crate will come into your inventory. All you have to do is place the crate wherever you want. Cool animation will pop up as the crate opens, and you'll have your desired vehicle. For instance, this is an aluminium boat. Let's put it here. Now moving over to the another one of the biggest mods in this mod pack, which is Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. I added this purely out of the design and furniture of all of this stuff. And all of the furniture, all of this stuff, these are so amazing to craft and stuff. Some of these also interact with each other, like this is random mill, but if I place one another, it auto adjusts. You can right click to get on the chair. The sofas though, they're a bit interesting. These can connect. Let's place something here, and these two sofas have connected. Another one, and you can keep going. You can actually make a really long sofa, and you can actually make a sofa like this. It looks pretty ridiculous. Moving on to to another big mod for this, that is aquaculture. This also adds so many stuff, all fish related, all ocean related. And right now, as of 15, the ocean kind of looked kind of empty and stuff, so I thought it to myself that why not add an ocean mod. This mod adds a new ore, which is Neptunium. You can get Neptunium ingots, you can turn them into nuggets, but the main use for this is to make Neptunian stuff like Neptunian armor, bow, swords, and tools. There's also treasure boxes and message in the bottles. These are so when you break them, they give you messages, some of them kind of crazy. For the Neptune fishing rod, power is Neptune song, which is catching fish will be a lot more common for you. The helmet, which has Neptune's gaze, you can see underwater better. The leggings, you can move around normally. And finally, Neptune's boots, which has Neptune's swiftness on them. You hit control while you're underwater, you can swim really fast with it. The tools and stuff also have a lot of stuff too, like Neptune's bow, it makes the arrows go smoothly through water. Neptune's sword, it increases damage against enemies when they're underwater. Neptune's hoe, you use it and the farmland will be wet for a while. The axe has the same stuff as Neptune's sword. Neptune shovel and the Neptune pickaxe usable without speed penalty underwater, which means you can break blocks normally. Treasure box, lock box, and normal box. These come in while you're fishing. When you right click, these are gonna give you an item. Normal box gives off random items. The lock box, it gives a bit more precious items like golden apples and stuff, but the treasure chest, these give a lot more valuable stuff. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of iron, a lot of gold, 5 diamonds, and 3 emeralds already. And the next item is fish mount. Place it on a wall and take a fish and put it there. The 3D model of the fish is on the board. When you hover over it, it says the name of the fish. A tackle box, I think this is just a small storage unit where you can store stuff with your fishing rod. Next is Neptune's bounty. Now this is what's it all about. You get this from fishing and it's kind of rare. It's kind of like a game of chance, and there's gonna be stuff inside it. There's also different kinds of hook, which I think you can use on fishing rod. And last but not least is all the fish and jellyfish in a bucket. Take a bucket of fish, you place it, and the fish is there, and then you see the fish in front of you die.